Hi YouTube, so it's Euphemia. I'm coming at you guys with another review and a mini try on of the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation. So I don't know if you guys, if any of you have tuned into my channel, and for my subscribers, of course you know that my whole motto in this whole thing is to be budget friendly and to discover and find things that give you a fabulous outcome, that perform really well, but that don't cost you an arm and a leg. And I did digress a bit with this product. I did. I had heard so many positive reviews. I had seen so many tutorials where people put this on and it made their skin just look breathtakingly flawless that I had to try it out. So what I did, I can at least say I did buy it. But what I did do is I got samples. So at least I feel better about the fact that I tried it on. I didn't just jump on the bandwagon, you know, from hearing things. I did actually go into Sephora and I asked for samples, and I tried this product out for a couple weeks before I decided to commit to it. So what I can say about this product is it's fabulous. This is the best foundation I think that I own. I think it's probably the best foundation on the market. And I know you guys, I know I've reviewed tons of foundations, and a lot of times I'm like, oh, this is so fabulous, this is so great. But this right here, that Kat Von D, she might be tatted and all that and look a little out there, but that heifer knows her way around some makeup. She really does. She's found her calling. So I'm not going to get too more into this. I'm not going to get any more impassioned about it than I already am, because I know that irritates some people. But I am going to tell you what I think about it, how it lasts, the formulation, all that good stuff. Packaging is off the chain. I don't even have to really say much about that. All you got to do is look at it. It's in a pump. And I mean, it's in the best kind of pump. You can actually see how much you have, because as you start to use it, this little thing goes up and up, so you know how much you have. It's a built-in pump. Everything Kat Von D does is just so classy. It's classy, but it's edgy. So like, look at all of these black roses. That is just, that's fly. That's just really fly. So everything about her packaging is off the chain. She has all kinds of little details with her. I love the writing. Just the script that she uses is just, it's all that. So she's got it on the top. Then she's got this cool little thing here that keeps you from wasting product. Let's say you're just, you know, you have this in your luggage, and somehow this little part here that you press down to get the product out, it gets depressed. So somehow it gets pressed down, and then you have all your product leaking out. So she thought of a solution for that. So this little thing goes right into there, and you don't have that issue anymore. So the packaging is off the chain, like I said. Here are the stipulations: that it's full coverage, 24-hour wear, transfer resistant, matte finish, fragrance free, and oil free. Now tell me if this is not a combination or oily skin girl's dream. As you can see, I'm like combination. I do have this foundation on today. I have been filming all day. I have a very bright hot light shining on my face. So that is why you see sheen on my face, because this is not a normal everyday situation that I'm doing this in. These lights are really hot. So considering the fact that I probably filmed about 6 videos before this, and this light has been beaming on me for several hours, I think this is holding up pretty well. I do have combination skin. I did not set this with you know, my setting spray. I did use a little bit of primer. I did use some powder. So, you know, is it matte? Is it as matte as some other foundations? No, it's not. It's more like a demi matte. It's more like a satin kind of finish. But I personally don't like, if you guys know me and you've seen my other videos, I don't like a really, you know, suck every bit of moisture out of your skin type of matte. That's not the kind of girl I am. So for me, this is awesome. It does not transfer. It doesn't. Okay, so what can I use here? Let's see here. Sorry guys, I wasn't prepared for this. Do you see that? There's nothing there. This is like my little hair bonnet that I use. Okay, So nothing there. It does not transfer. It stays put. Someone can brush you. If you brush your chin or some part of your face up against something that would normally pick up that product, you won't have anything there. So no one has to know that you're wearing foundation. No one has to know, oh, this is her shade. Oh, she's, it's just, it's not going to tell on you like that. So I think that that's fabulous. It is fragrance free. There's no smell to this. And it's oil free. This is a very, very thick formula. It's very thick. So my advice is that you apply it with a brush. Some people like using their beauty blender. I've tried that, but what I find with the beauty blender is you end up using too much product because it's so thick that it's almost like the beauty blender kind of sucks a lot of it up. So you end up using too much product, and this is $34. Not too bad, honestly, because my NARS Sheer Glow was like $48. So in the high end island of makeup, this is pretty reasonable, honestly. It's $34. You get quite a lot of product. You get 30 milliliters, which is 1 fluid ounce. That's the standard when it comes to foundation. And the fact that it has a pump really impresses me, because if you go to MAC and you get just their basic Studio Fix, I'm not talking like their more expensive types of foundations, just your standard Studio Fix, you're gonna pay like 25 bucks, plus you have to buy a pump separate, and that's just Studio Fix. So this is 34, and it's everything you need. So I think that the price is pretty reasonable. I feel like Kat Von D is actually trying to make this marketable to all people, so I appreciate that. She's not trying to be so sedity and snooty that, your average working girl can't acquire this. So I have a couple different colors to show. The color that I figured out after a couple different samples and try-ons, the color I figured out that is perfect for me is this one here, which is M64, medium 64. The thing I like about this is the colors are classified by their undertone. So the M there's M and D, medium and dark. The first color they tried to put me in, the day I went into Sephora, I had a face full of makeup, I had contouring, all of that, setting powder, and I looked darker than what my skin really is. So the girl put me into D71. And so I went on YouTube and I was watching videos and everything, and I was like, that's not my skin tone. Is I don't know about this. So I'm not all about that. I don't care if it's the right color and it fits me, I'm good. I'm not into I gotta be lighter than I don't believe in that. You need to be proud about whatever color you are. But so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it, and I'm gonna take this off. As you can see, I have a spot here that was concealed, but it isn't anymore, because I'm gonna try to show you guys how this covers. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. So this is D71, and as you can see, it's really yellow. It's very, very yellow for me. I'm a kind of a neutral undertone person with a little bit of yellow. In real life, in daylight, this looks very, very orange on me. So I tried it for a few days and I was like, it's just not working. I went back and I was like, if I were planning to audition for an extra as like an Oompa Loompa, this would be perfect. But I have no plans like that, so this isn't gonna work. So I tried another one. She more than willing to give me another sample. So I told her, because I looked on the display, and the display will tell you the undertone. That's what I was trying to get into. It will tell you if it's a neutral undertone, if it's a red undertone, or yellow. Okay, and so the girl, when I went and I looked around, I said, I think this one is mine, because it's a neutral undertone. And so she kind of confirmed that, and she goes, yeah, M66 is going to look kind of pink on you. So we both agreed that that the M64 was going to be more appropriate. Now it looks a little light when I put it on, but these colors, and you can see like how thick that is, these colors do oxidize. So it's going to kind of melt into your skin and take on the right color. In my opinion too, It's always better to go a tad lighter with foundation. If you have to make a decision, it's a lot easier to take your bronzer, your face powder, and warm things up than to get rid of some yellowing and beiging, or then to get rid of like orangey redness. That's a lot harder to mute out. Okay, so if you look at my neck in this, it's a good match. On camera, this doesn't look very off, the D71, but you can kind of see there's a line of demarcation here. In real life, seriously, I looked like an Oompa Loompa. Like it was straight up orange. I just couldn't do it. So if you have red undertones and you're probably like an NC45 and NC50, this D71 is probably going to work for you. If you're like an NC44, NC42 with some yellow undertones, but you're kind of neutral beigey, this D64 is probably going to work for you, or the D6, or the M66 or the M64. So anyway, you can see how with just one application, this was just one application, and I had a pretty, visible mark here that is now covered. I had a couple little marks here that are now covered, and that was just one pass, one little tiny bit of foundation. So with this, unless you have a ton of scarring and you have like pock marks and your marks are really, really dark, you may need 2 applications, but this is definitely full coverage. One does it. This is really thick stuff. And if you do have those kinds of marks, what I would suggest is you color correct and then go in with the foundation, because the color correcting is probably going to do its job and keep it to where you only would need the one coat of foundation. So I love this foundation. I think it's the best that I own. It gives you a very airbrushed, flawless look. So I have some blemishes. I have one here. I had the one here. I have one here, and you would not know that because this foundation does such a great job of concealing. If you are just going out to work, or just you're doing everyday makeup, you don't want to do anything too involved, this can actually serve as a pretty good under eye concealer, and you really won't need to go back in with your other concealer and to brighten up the area. Sometimes what I do with this is I just put the foundation and then I go in and just lightly dust with my beige or yellow toned under eye setting powder, and that's enough to make it look like I did a full-on concealing. So this is a really awesome foundation, especially if you've got combination to oily skin. When I went into the Sephora, the girl cautioned me. She was like, make sure that you prime, make sure you prime, because a lot of people bring this product back because they say that it's too drying. I've never felt that this is drying. But I don't have dry skin. I don't have dry patches. If you have dry skin, you may want to think twice. But again, I think it's still good because it's not as matte and not as drying as like the, the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. It's not going to dry you out as much as that. So I think it's a really good option for most skin types. It's just that you may have to use a little bit more primer or moisturizer if your skin is drier. So that is my review in a nutshell, and I hope this is helpful. I think it's totally worth the investment, and that is coming from someone who is always trying to get a bargain, always, in everything. So I think it's totally worth the $36 that you're going to spend. Kat Von D is good. She knows her stuff. So I hope this helps you guys. Please like and subscribe. Tell me your experience with this foundation, and let me know what shades are working for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.